So this feeling is just a reaction. Just like touching a hot surface, you move on your hand really fast. You don't think about it. Oh, should I move my hand or not? Oh, okay, let me move it. It doesn't happen like that. This breakup feeling, this sad, depressing feeling is exactly the same thing. It's just a reaction from your brain. So you almost don't have a choice. But if you analyze it and understand it and give your brain enough tools, you can instantly move on. And there's enough proof that you can instantly move on. Imagine right now, they call you and they tell you you have won $5 million lottery tickets. It's your money. Your whole life changes in 1 second. So the way you feel instantly changes. Now imagine after that, your phone rings and someone tells you your father has passed away. What happens? You instantly feel bad again. You instantly feel really sad. It's not your choice. It just happened. And the brain just feels like that because you lost your dad. So you see, your feelings can instantly be changed. It's the first thing that you need to understand. It's exactly the same about the way you feel right now. Just how winning the lottery makes you feel instantly great, or losing your parents makes you feel instantly bad. If you hear the right things and you understand the right concepts, you instantly come out of this. It's very important to understand that. And I'm going to give that to you. Now, let's do a very cool exercise together. It's a Tony Robbins tool. It's very powerful. I want you to look around you in your room and memorize every white item that you see. For example, here I see a chair, I see a desk, I see a few laptops that are white, I see pieces of paper. Come on, go ahead, do it. Look around you and memorize every white item that you see. Now, look at the screen again. I want you to close your eyes and out loud name everything that you saw and its color was black. You see what happened here? You probably don't remember all the black stuff because you didn't look for them. This is what happens if you focus to see something, you see it. In this painting behind me, in this background behind me, there's tons of colors. If you focus on blue, you see the blue ones. If you focus on red, you see the red ones. That is exactly the same thing in your life. Is the glass half full or half empty? These are very basic examples. They're very simple. But really, life can be that simple if you understand this and you accept that you are in charge of it. You are in charge of what you think. You are consciously in control of your thoughts. I want you to remember every second that you think about that person who left you, you are delaying your healing time. Every second that you think about that person, you are postponing this improvement. You want to feel good? Stop thinking about that person. How can you do this? This is a very powerful trick. Don't even let it start. Go visual. As soon as you start thinking about him or her, just look around, see what you see around. If there's a person, go start talking to that person. If you see a football, stop playing with the football. If there's a TV there, turn it up. Listen to that carefully. If there is a lot of things around us all the time, go visual. Don't even let it start. Remember, that is your mind. You're in control of it. If you keep looking at old photos, you're just hurting yourself because you're just giving yourself tools to stay in this state of mind and feel this negative and sad. Come on, your brain doesn't pick to go and pick that photo. It's you who's in charge. It gets better. I want you to journey back to one day before you met that person. Either it was 6 months ago or 6 years ago or 10 years ago. Journey back. Remember, the day that you didn't even know that person, that guy or that girl exists. Were you feeling like this? You're probably feeling fine. You're probably feeling happy. You had no idea that all these adventures in front of you. So the point here is, there was a day in your life that you didn't know this person exists, and you were fine. So that means right now, you don't need that person to stop feeling like this. Because there was a day that you didn't have this person, and you were not feeling like this. On top of that, you didn't plan to have all those adventures with that person because you didn't know that person exists. So no one knows what can happen tomorrow. Maybe that person, maybe somebody else. That's the best part of life. You don't know what's coming your way. And when the good things come your way and you don't expect them, then that's when it really happens. The other thing that you should remember is that shit happens. Trying to change something in the past or trying to change something that is out of our hand only makes us weaker. And ends to insanity, of course. So you should really stop trying to change things. It's already happened. The only thing that you can do is to start working on yourself. Or holding anger against that person. That person is not there. Any negative feelings that you have towards them will only cause damage to yourself. Not that person, just to yourself. Every second that you spend. I want you to think, you have two choices here. One, waste your energy thinking about bad thoughts and negative things about that person. Or two, use your time and energy to get back what you've lost, which is not feeling like this and is feeling great. So it's your choice. Sometimes people say he or she was very special. He made me feel special. Well, I agree. Everybody's different. Everybody is different. Not two people, not two relationships feel exactly the same. But I want to make a point here. You see this guitar? I'm going to hold this guitar. I'm going to play a chord. And it's kind of happy. What happens? I play a certain notes, and as a response, the guitar makes this happy sound. Now, if I do something sad, I change my notes that play, and the guitar responds to me with something else, with a different sound, which is sad. And that is exactly the same in relationships. You have done some things, and the other person has reacted in a certain way, and you felt in a certain way. You see the point here? You have done something, and the other person reacted to you, and based on her or his reaction, you felt a certain way. So you caused all of those things. The same way that I played a happy chord, I play it, but the sound that is created, the guitar makes a sound. And that is exactly the same thing. You are the person that caused all of those good feelings inside of you. It's very important to give yourself time to grieve. But the trick to that is you should give yourself limited time to grieve. And the reason for that is people who are depressed, they were never depressed from beginning. Something's happened in their life. Maybe they lost somebody, maybe they lost something, maybe something really bad happened to them, and they started to feel a certain way. You should be very careful. Breakups could really hurt you. You should remember that your brain gets used to the way you feel. So, if you, let's say for 2 weeks, keep feeling sad, that becomes a habit, and your brain starts feeling that way. And your brain chooses to feel like that. So it's important to understand, if you feel a certain way, it's gonna become a habit. That's why happy people are most of the times happy and depressed people are most of the times depressed. So give yourself a limited time, regardless of the amount of time you've been with your partner. I would say 1 month maximum. You don't need more than 1 month to grieve. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck in that feeling more than necessary. The other thing is, if you stay there, if you feel sad for yourself and you avoid getting out and meeting people and being in public, you lose your chances of meeting people and you keep feeling lonely and sad. This one is my favorite. I want to call it physical constructive distraction. As I mentioned before, your brain has limited units of focus. So by physically doing things, you distract your brain from focusing on what you're going through right now. There's tons of things you can do. Yeah, let's say you're a chef. If you're a chef, you can go online and Google, how can I make a free website? There's tons of ways that you can make a free website. Build a little website for yourself. I know you can because you managed to watch this video, so you have access to internet. Build a little website for yourself and start putting your recipes online. Start taking photos from things that you cook and put it online. And then you can make a little blog for yourself and talk to people. People ask questions from you. You answer them. You ask questions and you start a little thing for yourself, not for the purpose of having a website, but for the purpose of distracting your brain and stop feeling this way. That's very powerful. The other thing that I really want you to do is to start looking after yourself. Really, it is very unattractive that you stop living. Imagine you've been dating someone for some time and for some reason you decide to break up with them, and after a week or a month, or worse, after 6 months, you hear that they gained weight, they lost their job, they started smoking again, and they started to lose every good thing in their life. Do you feel attracted to that person? No, you probably even lose more attraction. So I want you to start doing things that you've never done. Start looking after yourself much better than before. Sometimes some people say, I can never meet somebody like that again. The thing that you should remember is that you have qualities that managed to attract that person once. You're either pretty or nice or caring or cute or talented or skilled. There is something about you that managed to attract that person. I don't know you personally, so I can't tell you what it is, but I'm sure there's something about you that managed to attract that person. And if you can do it once, you can do it again, either that person or somebody else. So I want you to take a good look at yourself and remember, what are the qualities that you have? Something that happens once will happen again. If you did it once, you're gonna do it again. And not only you have qualities, but you also have experience now. So you understand the relationships better. You can do a much better job right now. There is a moment that you realize, oh, it's possible not to feel like that. You wouldn't recognize it until the moment that you felt it. And you only experienced it because you had to, because you had no other choice. So in order to fix this, first we're gonna see why this damn feeling is so powerful. Because we need to know. We need to know why we feel like this. Then I'm gonna tell you some very important facts that almost no one talks about. And after that, I'm gonna give you a lot of useful tips and things that you can do to stop feeling like this as soon as possible.